Hello, my name is Amy Rofail and I am with the Jerusalem Connection Report, and this is your Friday Red Alert. Today I wanted to talk to you about an article I found in the Arutz Shiva website, which is also a newspaper, that was published on September 7th, 2017. This is an article that is disclosing some actions going on in the EU. In particular, some of the time and effort they're spending on the issue of the nation-state of Israel. They are in the middle of debating whether to vote on a boycott of Israeli products that come out of Samaria and Judea. Their goal in this boycott would be to pressure the Israeli government to expel Jews who live in these areas. That would then pave the way for a Palestinian state. However, what they haven't forecasted or refused to acknowledge is the negative effect that this boycott would have on the actual Palestinian people they claim to be supporting. Companies in Judea and Samaria have been around for decades, owned by Israelis and Jews. Companies in Judea and Samaria, owned by Israeli and Jews, are subject to all the labor laws that Israel has, which are very similar to the labor laws in Europe and in America. The Palestinian leadership has very few labor laws and very few regulations that they even enforce. Therefore, the Palestinian residents in Judea and Samaria actually find that working for the Jewish companies is far more lucrative, far more pleasurable, and far more secure. That said, there are generations of folks that have worked together and for each other in harmony and are happy with the current working relationship. Some Israeli companies are staffed almost 90% by Palestinians who've had an entire lifetime career at these companies and have moved up the ranks and into management positions, therefore being able to support their family and earn a livelihood. The EU wants to label all products coming in from Samaria and Judea as such, so that consumers can then choose not to buy them as a form of a voluntary boycott. And of course, the EU's agenda would be to encourage people not to buy them. This is a big problem because it makes you ask the question, is the EU's goal really to help the Palestinian people or any of their so-called causes? Or is it really just to hurt the Israeli people and the Jewish people? In the latter, which seems to be more logical, this would be a blatant form of anti-Semitism. To boycott the Jewish products would actually hurt and be to the detriment of the Palestinian people living in these areas, who have enjoyed a livelihood and careers with these companies, all under the protection of Israeli labor laws. I point this out to you because the idea of boycotting Israeli products is also prevalent in the United States, and that you should never blindly take up that cause. In fact, I go out of my way to buy Israeli products because I know that the revenue that goes there actually helps the people. The people who are employed, the Palestinian people who are employed by Jewish people, tend to have a much better life than residents who are employed by Palestinian-owned companies, simply because of the regulations in place. The boycott, divest, sanction movement is evil at its core, and it crops up in all different places: academia, churches, and politics, and in business. Be wary for it, look out for it, and then go buy Israeli products. That's my opinion anyway, because they're good products too. Shabbat Shalom.